Happy New Year and welcome to As She Sees It. Sports enthusiasts are all abuzz over the second coming of Joe Gibbs. As She Sees It hit the streets to get the public's perspective.
The Lord has absolutely blessed me beyond belief, and so I'm just excited about going forward and looking to Him.
I'm really excited about it. I grew up watching Joe Gibbs. He was my favorite coach by far.
I think that he's going to bring back good, solid football.
The glory of the Redskins will definitely be back with the return of Joe Gibbs and also his staff.
It's awesome. I think now we actually have a shot at getting back to the playoffs and maybe even the Super Bowl. Now we just have to see what happens.
As you can see, ladies, the Washington area is all psyched up about Joe Gibbs returning as head coach of the Washington Redskins. Stephanie, what's your take on it?
Extremely excited. I'm from the area, grew up here, born and raised, diehard Redskins fan. So I am just a little teeny portion of the city that is so pumped up. I mean, the atmosphere around the D.C. area has been out of control.
That's right. Joe Gibbs had 3 Super Bowls with 3 different quarterbacks, so that's pretty impressive.
Yes, in fact, Joe Theismann was the first quarterback, and Doug Williams was the second quarterback, and I've got to mention he was the first black quarterback to get a Super Bowl win. And then Mark Rippon was the final quarterback. Now, can Joe Gibbs repeat this excellent dynasty that he had?
It's interesting. Some other teams are doing it. They brought back Dick Vermeil. They brought back Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells was very successful this past year with the Cowboys, so we'll see.
Well, speaking of Bill Parcells, he had something wonderful really to say about Joe Gibbs, and I'm going to read his quote. I said when he retired that Joe was the best coach I'd ever faced. I have great respect for his ability. I don't think that time that he has spent away from the game will have any effect at all. This was from Bill Parcells, head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
And he should know. He came back and he turned around his team. But we're not talking about Bill, we're talking about Joe.
Yeah.
And the team is the team, and, maybe he will be able to motivate them better than, Spurrier did. All he can do is...
Yeah, he's bringing back some really good assistant coaches that he used to have, and he's also looking to add new additions, and I think that'll help him a lot with the transition, the change that the game has taken over the last 10 or 11 years since he's been out. And the rumors about Dale Green being hired, which I'm so
in the front office or in the coaching staff?
Excellent.
So excellent. And the Washington area has a lot of respect for Dale Green.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great community servant, great role model. Now, a lot of the players that are currently with the Skins now were, in elementary school when Joe Gibbs was coaching the first time around. So that's going to be a twist.
Yeah, but, I mean, they're football players, so I'm sure they were fans.
Exactly.
And when you're a little boy, you always remember the Super Bowl if you don't remember anything else from that year. And he's got 3 under his belt, so they're aware.
And they have to respect him.
Yeah.
And he's proven himself time and time again, and I think that may have been a problem with this past season or two, but they have to respect him. They have to know that he knows what he needs to do to get the job done. So
it's true.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope that they can get another Super Bowl win this coming year. I'm going to be looking forward to that. So, well, don't go away. We'll be right back with more As She Sees It and a look at the NFL coaching carousel. Welcome back to As She Sees It. At the end of the regular NFL season, 7 teams opted for new coaches. Crystal, who's in and who's out?
Oh, yeah. Out in Arizona, we've got Dennis Green in. Dave McGinnis is out of there. We've got a new coach down in Atlanta, Jim Moore Jr., whose father actually used to coach for the Colts. He's in there now. Dan Reeves is gone. Oakland, they have not picked up a new coach, but Callahan is now the new coach for Nebraska. We've got another new coach, Malarkey, out in Buffalo. He no previous head coaching experience, but he's in there now. Lovie Smith is now going to be coaching. So a lot of changes going on. So we'll see. They needed some changes.
Definitely. And we would be remiss if we didn't mention the fact that Steve Spurrier is gone and now Joe Gibbs is in. And I was really rooting for Steve Spurrier, was hoping that he would get the 3 years and the opportunity to pull the Skins and turn them around, but that didn't happen.
He decided against it.
But we're excited about
might be so.
We're excited about Joe being back. But since we're talking about coaches, let's talk about the hiring, or shall we say the lack of hiring, of African American coaches in the league. The NFL is 70% African American, and I'm talking about the players.